Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Today, a little treat especial, as AVE says. We got a little something here, but I'm going to pose a question. This might be the craziest KNIPEX tool set that you'll ever see. Not crazy because it's not a common tool, very common tool. If you're in the business of C-clips and circlips and sprillet rings, if that's what you use. But this tool set, let's pop it open and take a look. KNIPEX makes this set of C-Clip Pliers. This is, I got the model number written down here, 001958V02 for the whole set. There's another set that comes in a nylon carrier with the foam case in it, and that's a totally different one. But this one, and let me tell you, it's a little pricey. It runs about just a little bit north of $200 on Amazon right now if you check this one. That's my question: is this worth it? Is this a good way to spend your hard-earned money on a tool that you may or may not use a lot? In industrial maintenance settings, you might use this a little more. In automotive maintenance, large industrial equipment, you might use these more. But as far as your home handyman DIY, this may not be the tool set for you. KNIPEX, well built, obviously. Got the forged quality, the good steel they use. The KNIPEX, that's how they make tools. Nice. They're meaty. These aren't the little stamped pliers with the little tip that they put in. No, it's forged right out of the meat of that plier. So, use your own judgment. If you're going to go and buy this set, I would say think twice. Now, they are all marked separately as the individual, so I guess if you needed to, you could go in and buy just the size you need or a couple of them. Of course, even then, that's an expensive 1 or 2 time use if that's all you're going to do with it. You can get I think SK has a similar set that's only 4 at like $66 something. I saw just flipping through the Amazon, so you can see all the prices. Well, let's look at it up close then. We've got regular straight head pliers, and you got 2 large and 2 small. There's a exterior C-clip. So this one, you've got your shaft and your bearing or your shiv or whatever, and it's C-clipped in. You pop that on, spreads it, pulls it off the shaft. So you got a exterior and an interior. Interior, you got the bore hole. You got you're holding one on so the shaft doesn't slide all the way through. And then you pop that in there and squeeze it together. Pull it out. I know, not a very good instructive aid, just my hand, but that's the difference. Interior and exterior C-clip. So you got 2 large straight nose sets and 2 smaller straight nose sets, both exterior and interior. So there's your 2 exteriors, spring loaded, so you can pop it open and get it off the shaft. These you have to open up and squeeze in and down. So those and those. And then you've got the same setup, only this time with a 90-degree head. So we got a large, and with the exterior ones, it springs open, so it's a little wider. There's your 90-degree head. Doesn't focus really good on there. Same build design, just forged right out of the piece. You don't have that little removable piece. Some of them have a little pin that sets in there. So yeah, I mean, they're well constructed. I mean, that's quality piece of metal there, thick, meaty. You're definitely not going to break that off just squeezing a C-clip, I don't think. But is that overkill? You know, you guys let me know. What do you think? There's your interior. So you've got to get that one in, squeeze it down, and out of the two, I'd probably say the angle heads are going to be a little easier to get into more places. But then again, sometimes you got them down in those holes where you got to get them straight in. So I think that's their thinking behind this whole set. They give you a variety, and that covers pretty much all of your C-clip sizes that you'd probably run into on a daily basis if you did that kind of work. But like I said, yeah, if you're the home operator or the DIYer or just the hobbyist, is this set really worth getting? You know, if you don't run across C-clips every day, what's the point of having such a variety, an expensive variety at that? You know, that's not taking anything away from KNIPEX. I'm sure there's professionals that would use them. I've used them, and so that's just all I was wondering. The more I think about it, now that I don't run across C-clips as much, is this really worth getting this whole thing? Anyway, if you like it, let me know. If not, tell me what you think. I'll show you there's all the different model numbers for, this is your larger exterior. So you got 4921A21, and then your exterior in the large size. Same model except A and J are swapped out. So J is for your interior clip, and then here you go. It's got good for 19 through 60 millimeters on your C-clip size, which I don't know what that converts to in standard American style, but the smaller one is the 4921A11, which is your exterior. Oops. Angle head. And then same thing again, the J is the J11. And of course 12 through 25 millimeters on the smaller ones. Here's your model number here, 4911A2 and J2. So exterior and interior. Exterior is A, interior J. And then your smaller ones, same setup, only 4911A1 and J1. And these are 10 to 25 millimeters. The interior one is 12 to 25. I didn't realize they were separate on that one either. 19 by 60 and 10 and 12. Yeah, okay, so. And then 19 by 60 on the larger ones too. So there you go, KNIPEX, they make hand tools and they make a lot of different ones. And here's one of them right here. The old C-Clip Plier. Worth the money or not? Let me know in the comments. You know, like I said, I used them a lot. Maybe one of the good points of this is you pay so much, you probably never want to just leave these laying around, and I'll come back and get those later. I kept these jokers right in the case every time. Take them out, used them, put them back. All right, guys, that's it for today. It's Easter. Happy Easter. And we will catch you on the next one. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you'd pay that kind of money for that set, or am I crazy? All right, guys, have a good one, and we'll talk to you in the next one. See ya!